Welcome to Powering Up. This Psychic Anatomy exercise routine is simple as well. You only need to practice to level 3. Upper levels use more of the horror system in the core star, which you can see in the promo videos. It is very important to learn to work with psychic energies. These are the energies of our psyche, of our consciousness. Because the goal is to become more spiritually enlightened, to become more enlightened, which means an expanded state of consciousness. A higher consciousness exists in the body. In order for us to achieve this, we need to spend time incubating in the higher vibratory light. For it is this light that embodies the higher consciousness for us. It prepares us. It builds the vessel within us, which many religions and spiritual practices around the world have spoken of. Modern spiritual practices tend not to emphasize this part enough. They invoke the light, they invoke the divine presence, which helps us become more enlightened. But we need to spend more time incubating that light, meditating in that light, and focusing that light, like prayers and blessings are examples of this. What's happening right now is the crown chakra is opening up. It's a part of your invisible anatomy that helps you receive the divine light. It enters into your chakra system. And you have 7 chakras, and they all work with a different type of vibration of that light. The root chakra, which is showing up right now between my hands, is the most physical part. And the goal is to get it from the crown to the physical part. And there can be many obstacles in between when you pass through these chakras, when you pass through these bandwidths of frequency, because they're associated with our subconscious mind. As we spend more time with the divine light, empowering it and focusing it upon ourselves, like done in the Psychic Anatomy exercises, we can help purify our subconscious mind as we awaken our subconscious mind to higher consciousness. That purple circle there represents the third eye chakra, which you've probably heard of before. It gives you an emotional awareness of psychic energies. It helps make you psychic, as many people believe, and it's true. But it's not the only chakra. You also have your throat, your heart, your solar, which is this yellow one here, and your sacral, which is an orange one that will show up underneath it. All of these chakras play a role, and like all things in life, we need to keep them all balanced for optimal results. And Psychic Anatomy exercises addresses this very thoroughly. It progressively teaches you how to enhance the health and performance of your psychic anatomy, always maintaining stability, always maintaining groundedness, always maintaining balance. What's happening right now is earth energies are being drawn up into the body, and that helps nourish and strengthen. And you can see this white light coming down, it's coming down from above the head. These are the energies that are in the atmosphere, which are usually called heaven energies. And what's happening right now is the bridging of heaven and earth while holding the attention on the chakra system, which helps the chakra system absorb these energies, because these are the energies of your consciousness, of your psyche. So when you focus your consciousness, you focus these energies. And just becoming aware is enough to focus these energies as well. And that's the best way to do it. You want to become aware of what's naturally happening, and then your awareness empowers that. The bridging of heaven and earth is a very common teaching in Asian Qigong practices. In religious practices, often people hold their hands out like are being held out right now to receive this divine light, which they say comes from heaven, comes from God. It is definitely a source of a pure, strong, and beautiful light that with the Psychic Anatomy exercises helps you to invoke, helps you to integrate with, so you can experience that bliss more often. And you can experience greater bliss because you're building a foundation in yourself. All spiritual practices will give you this. The Psychic Anatomy exercises will give it to you faster and more effectively, because it's your psychic anatomy that receives it and integrates with it first before it gets to your physical body. So when you enhance its health and performance, you enhance your potential to receive these energies and integrate with them. essentially helping yourself become spiritually enlightened faster. And what just showed up here is your auric field. They call them koshas in Hinduism. This is where the memories of your subconscious mind are stored. They're also stored in your brain circuits, but this is the energy field. This is like your cocoon of psychic energies that define you, your presence. You've felt people's presences before, I'm sure. It's because you've stepped into their auric field. Women tend to be more in tune to this. It's just women have a stronger sense of extrasensory perception, which is the awareness of psychic energies. But we all have the potential. And as we develop the health and performance of our psychic anatomy, we develop this potential. And like I was saying earlier, we're trying to get the higher vibratory lights from the more spiritual parts of our psychic anatomy into the more physical parts of our psychic anatomy, where we can create change in the physical body. So like the circuits in our brain can be updated to resonate with the higher states of consciousness. What you're seeing right now are vessels being traced. So what's happening is the psychic energies are being traced through the vessels with intention and hand movements, which helps circulate these higher vibratory light deeper into the body, deeper into the more physical parts of psychic anatomy. And what this does is it creates a more powerful presence within your body and allows your body to be updated to resonate with the higher vibrations more easily, more quickly, accelerating your spiritual growth, as well as the health and performance of your mind, body, and spirit in general, because it is all interconnected. When you combine the teachings of psychic anatomy exercises with the more physical and psychological approaches for enhancing health and performance, which I discuss more directly in my books Inner and Outer Success and Becoming Superhuman, you really start to enhance your potential to live to your fullest potential. Because it is all interconnected. So if you eat, sleep, and exercise healthily, if you learn some emotional and mental self-help techniques, such as taught in conventional psychology and energy psychology, you develop a toolbox that can help you rise above challenges in your life more easily and build a foundation within yourself so those challenges seem smaller when they come. Now you combine that with a good spiritual practice like the psychic anatomy exercises and psychic anatomy yoga, then you have an excellent physical, emotional, and mental foundation to build your spiritual growth upon. And they all feed each other. So as your spiritual growth grows, your mental, emotional, and physical health grows as well. So it's a win-win situation no matter what you're trying to achieve. Depending on what you're trying to achieve just dictates where you spend most of your time and effort. If you're trying to become very spiritually aware and powerful, you need to spend more time with psychic anatomy exercises. If you're trying to become more intelligent, you'd still want to spend more time with psychic anatomy exercises because a lot of our intelligence comes from the psychic energies that are being sent to us from our higher self, which come through the psychic anatomy, such as the aura as you've already seen, and then into the meridian system and the vessels. And I've been tracing meridians here for a while. They're a bit more complicated to work with, but I teach them very progressively and simply in the book, and I trust that most people will be able to learn to trace them and use them effectively. This is only one of the exercises that incorporate them. They can be a very powerful way to vitalize yourself, help yourself heal, and just to feel robust and powerful with spiritual energies. As you awaken yourself spiritually, become more spiritually connected, you need to remember to keep grounding yourself. It can be very, very blissful and motivating to keep going spiritual and keep going spiritual with your experiences. But we need to remember that we are mind, body, and spirit. So we need to return to the grounding exercises as shown right now with the red light to empower ourselves with the physical energy and create a strong, enduring foundation for us to live to our fullest potential.